Iowa State University is one of the few schools, not only in the Big 12, but nationally, to actually have its own cross-country course. And we welcome you back to Big 12 Showcase here in Ames, Iowa. Bill Land with you. Most schools use a golf course or a city park, but this is an original here that was built just for the Iowa State cross-country team. And in fact, must be pretty good because they've hosted the Big 12 championships before. They've also hosted an NCAA cross-country championship here as well. Well, the Big 12 cross-country championship for this season was held at Lubbock, Texas last weekend at the Ralls course owned by Texas Tech. Let's take a look back as Colorado came in a huge favorite. They're the 11-time defending champs on the men's side, and the women have won the last 8 titles. It was a cool morning on the South Plains, but not too cold, while the wind was surprisingly tame. The men's race was first up, and taking the blocks early for a stretch was defending individual champ Kobe Whistle of Kansas. In fact, with Benson Shishang having won titles of 2004 and 05, Whistle was out to make it 4 in a row for Jayhawk runners, first at the Big 12 championship finish line. Colorado came with its usual stable of outstanding runners, namely Brent Vaughn, the owner of several Big 12 championship medals from track and field. Vaughn at the conference cross-country event had placed 3rd last year, 2nd in 04, and 8th in 2003. And there was Vaughn's CU teammate Stephen Pfeiffer, a 5th place finisher at last year's cross-country title. As the gun started the 8K race, other teams expected to challenge the Buffs were Texas, who came in ranked 14th in the nation, and Oklahoma State, who was ranked 18th. Each team runs at least 7 runners. The first 5 across the line count towards the team title. Numerical value of place and finish is added up with the lowest team score winning. Just past the 1K marker, UT's Leo Manzano led a trio of Longhorns in the lead pack, which also included Pfeiffer heading a small herd of Buffaloes, with Iowa State's Kyle Ewell keeping in step from the outside. Now on to just past the 4K post. More than halfway through the race, Brent Vaughn of CU had the lead, with the defending champ Whistle of Kansas right over his left shoulder, and teammate Pfeiffer flanked on his right. Team-wise, the burnt orange of Texas was in abundance among the top 25 runners or so, as was the orange of OSU. At the finish line, not a lot of company for Brent Vaughn, who kept the lead he took just before the halfway point. He came across the line in 24 minutes, 22 seconds, ending Colorado's 3-year dry spell for winning the men's Big 12 cross-country race. It was a crowning achievement for Vaughn after 3 previous top 10 finishes.
And I wasn't feeling great early, so I just, kind of hung around for a little bit, and then I think I took it at about 4K and just started pushing the pace, just slowly picked it up as we went on, and hopefully, I was just hoping, slowly people would drop, and it worked out well today for me. I just had a good day today.
Right behind Vaughn, Buffs junior Kenyon Newman had made a great late kick, but had to hold off OSU's Ryan Vail in the final 50 meters to take 2nd place by a nose. Pfeiffer was in at 4th place. Whistle was 5th. Soon enough, CU's Peter Jansen came in 11th. Brad Harkrader was 16th, making the Buffs the first to finish 5 runners, meaning for the 12th consecutive year, the Buffs took home the team championship title.
I think he just took a shot of the smallest shoe in the Big 12.
How small is it?
Size 3.5.
The feet got smaller for the women's race, as did the chorus, running 6K instead of 8K. But the race buildup was much bigger than the men's. That's because it featured the reigning Big 12 and NCAA champ, Sally Kipyego, running on her home course at Texas Tech. Also back was Jenny Behringer of Colorado, who was runner-up to Kipyego at last year's Big 12 race and the NCAA championship. After the starting gun sounded, watch as the first 2 runners to noticeably jump ahead are Behringer and Kipyego. Tech actually was ahead of Colorado in the national poll for teams, with Nebraska also showing up in the poll. Just past 1K, Kipyego had run out to a healthy 13-second lead and showed no signs of letting up. Further back, to no surprise, Behringer was right there, but right in stride with her was Lisa Cole of Iowa State. Last year's 10,000-meter Big 12 champ at the Outdoor Track and Field Championships, the current junior was right in pace with 2 world-class athletes. Just shy of 4K, Kipyego was cheered on by a nice Tech crowd, enjoying a 17-second lead over the scenic Ralls course bridge. Back in 2nd and 3rd, Behringer was still followed by Cole with about 2 kilometers left. Team-wise, Nebraska, Baylor, and Oklahoma State were trying to match Colorado and Texas Tech's numbers. Near the finish line, it looked like Behringer might chase down Kipyego with a late kick, but the Kenyan native was able to find a kick herself and took the title for the 2nd straight year. This year in a time of 19:22.5. It also kept her remarkable undefeated streak alive. She has still won every race she has ever run as a Texas Tech Red Raider, cross country or track.
I just have fans here in Lubbock, and they don't get to see me running, so it was just great to come here and run and see people, just good people that I've always wanted to see me run, be here and watch me run. That was definitely good.
Back at the finish, Behringer easily took second. At last year's Big 12 race, she was 45 seconds behind Kipyego, then 28 seconds back at the NCAA race. Last weekend, that lag time was just 7 seconds. Lisa Cole cruised to third place, the highest finish for a Cyclone woman in Big 12 history. Colorado's Erin Marston was behind in sixth place, followed closely by Sarah Vaughn, the wife of men's champion Brent, who took eighth. Christina Munoz and her size 3.5 shoes led a good charge by Texas A&M, but the team race would again be taken by the Colorado Buffaloes. It's the 11th time in 12 years the Buffs have won, and their 9th in a row. That means for the 9th consecutive year, Colorado sweeps the Big 12 team titles as the athletes now turn their attention to the NCAA championships.
Men's team are right where I hoped they would be. We'll be contenders in 3 weeks in Terre Haute. The women may be a little bit behind, but I think we're getting better every week. This was our best race of the year for the women, and we'll keep getting better, I think.